debate here on the Coldest of Takes. Gotta welcome everybody to the pod. John, I think, before we get going tonight, I want to shout out kind of the listeners, man. I'd like to, just thank everybody continuing to listen to the pod, like and subscribe. It's doing well, John. We have now been heard in 32 different countries. The last time we did this, it was 16. Now we've doubled it, 32. And then the other news for you, John, is we were supposed to do a pod like the other week, right? Yeah. And the last pod we did was around St. Patty's Day time, right?
Yep.
And around that time, we're based in the United States. Most listens in the U.S., but number two, it was the U.K. for a while. And back a long time ago, it was Ireland in the 2 spot. And now after St. Patrick's Day, Ireland back in the 2 spot, UK at the 3 spot. But we appreciate everybody. John, thoughts?
I just got to say shout out to everybody who listens to Mike and I. Just had a nice gab at the bar we have with your boys. I love talking to Mike. He's my best friend in the world, and I love that you guys want to listen to us talk about silly things and fun things and everything. To take your mind off things and just drive and listen to us and try to be funny and not even try to be funny. We're just a couple of guys.
Yeah, no, it's super cool, bro. Like it's real surprising. Whenever I check out those statistics. And the other thing that's really cool, shout out to the listeners, is we're coming up on like 100 consistent listeners, subscribers, or whatever you want to call it. So, shout out to you guys for listening.
And I'll tell the listeners one more thing. We will be, and I will be a little more vigilant on making sure that we drop episodes on a consistent level going forward.
Nah, bro, it's not like that, dude. They know they're doing the same shit as us, going through life, and so like if we just got spins on it, this is consistent.
Oh, it is. It's consistently inconsistent. I like where you're going.
Yeah. So, we make it do what we do. And, some weeks we're hitting it. Yeah. A lot of, we do it every single week, but sometimes not. And that's just how it is. Life gets in the way sometimes. The other thing, yeah, John?
Go ahead, Mike.
No, you were going to say something.
No, I was just going to say, my kids, I got to see a chiropractor tonight. I turned 30 in 2 weeks. I am old.
Right. It's tough stuff, dude. Throwback Thursday, comes around and it used to be like, oh man, this is all fun. And then now you're listening and you're like, oh shit, bro. Like I'm getting up there. But dude, that's all well and good. But here's the thing. Now, I don't know if you're keen to this or if some of the listeners are, but that you got to put out a PSA here. It's called change your damn toothbrush, okay? Because I guarantee if you're using a toothbrush, you haven't changed that shit in a while, and it's time for you to go and do that.
Guilty.
So recently did that and got a new toothbrush. Things fantastic. And then the other thing is I had an electric toothbrush and I recently dusted that off, put that back into the repertoire. And so this is a PSA called hygiene. Now, guys, fellas, ladies, gentlemen out there, it doesn't take much to, have a little hygiene. It starts with you.
Mike, the best jeans you can have are high jeans.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. But dude, I never would have thought just like a couple minutes with an electric toothbrush, it works wonders, bro. And I need to put the people on it.
I got questions here, Mike. So you're saying I should go with an electric toothbrush versus a regular toothbrush?
I think you should use both.
Ooh, okay.
Dude, the thing is, it's like whenever you go to the dentist, right? They give you a free toothbrush. So you guaranteed to have at least 8 of them in a random drawer in your house. So what you should do is you get like a basic toothbrush for a couple bucks, and then when that's done, you're using your free toothbrushes from the dentist, and then you got your electric toothbrush just to clean it up a little bit, and hit the mouthwash, and everything's all gravy. But yeah, dude, I was letting it slip a little bit,
So
back on the grind.
Mike, I gotta tell you, I have very many thoughts on this. This is wonderful that you brought it up because I have to go to the dentist 2 days after my birthday. All right?
That's tough stuff. Happy birthday.
I have to get 4 cavities done. All in the back of my mouth. I have like genetically, my family just has bad teeth. There's like really nothing we can do. They're soft. We get cavities. It sucks, dude. But we got them straight with the braces, so that's nice. But the point.
Hey, one out of 2, 500 opening day, baby.
I gotta play devil's advocate here on the mic. If I know that I'm going to the dentist for them to fill cavities, why would I change my toothbrush when I know I'm gonna get a new one when I go there?
Yes. Like you don't need to change one until you go there.
But also, Mike, my toothbrush is disgusting. So yes, I should change it.
Dude, I feel like 80%. We've all been there, man. But you've also maybe been on the other side too, where you've been consistently, going and getting toothbrushes. But then I don't know, for whatever reason, I just, hadn't done it. But now we're back, baby.
I gotta go electric, Mike. I think I gotta dust out that old boy.
Dude, that electric toothbrush, life changing. Doesn't minute, 2 minutes, whatever. Just cleans it up, bro.
Mike, I just thought about this. I impromptu thought about that tweet I sent about having, instead I should have done the Soulja Boy song, or Superman while you were brushing your teeth, or watch me whip your nay. Right?
Oh, right, where for like washing your hands.
No, yeah. So washing your hands and the toothbrushes, you're supposed to sing a happy birthday song, right?
Right.
Happy birthday song's tired, Mike. That's shit. We gotta retire that.
Yeah, it's like, right? Yeah. Even at happy birthdays, like we're not even doing it like that.
Dude, Mike, we're not even blowing out candles anymore. So why are we singing a happy birthday song, right?
Yeah, I'm with that. Sing a song you like, dude.
So if you watch me whip and nay,
I would love to see that.
Or Superman while you're doing it, you could get kids to get behind that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I like that better than singing happy birthday. It's like, yeah, you wanna establish like a routine that's fun that you can do, replicate over and over again.
Yeah, I'm in on it. So Mike, I love your PSA to the people out there who are listening.
Hell yeah.
All our listeners, I love you guys. But Mike, where can I find you though?
Oh, bro, this is, and I'm gonna stop saying bro because I said it 4 times now. So no more. You can find me st_Katzer on Twitter. This is the Coldest of Takes podcast. I'm Mike, coming to you live from Massachusetts. My man John, tell the people where you're at. I'm in California, baby.
That's right. Huntington Beach, Sioux City, USA, California. It sounds douchey when you introduce it that way, but it is really, that's what it is. I hope that they bring back the thing here. Anyway.
Hey, well, I thought you did a phenomenal job, bro. We're letting the people know that we're not, it sounds like we're sitting next to each other, but we're not.
Right. We're not. We're across the country, Mike. $3,000, they told me. But, Mike, I got something I got to start with you, and I want to bring back something. Or did you have something to go with?
No, man. It's all you. I feel like I got my thoughts out.
I'm going to bring back something. Like, remember, and the listeners, and I want to keep bringing it back to them right now. If they knew our podcast, they knew I had on lines.
Right. That's a super throwback.
And somebody would tie it together.
Yes.
We had a good, so I had an on the John thought the other day, Mike, and I got to share it with you, pal.
Okay. Yeah, let's have it.
All right. So, did you see that picture that was going around about some bird that grounded a plane because it went into the engine?
Oh, yes. I did hear something of this.
Yeah, there was some blood on the thing, and the plane hit it going forward, whatever it was. Right,
yeah. Plane going fast, like demolishes this bird.
Yeah, like the Sully incident. Like, that's kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Mike, did you also remember? It just happened to come out at the same time that I was seeing it. It was like anniversary of things or something. But Johnson blew up a bird with a fastball.
Oh my goodness, yeah, dude. Who could forget? What a time.
Dude, what? First of all,
Nobody's throwing a ball faster.
No, Randy Johnson he was called the big unit for a reason. He was terrifying.
Dude.
And left-handed, dude. Are you kidding?
And what was his number? Was he won?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he played for the Yankees. So I don't like it. Called in Arizona. He beat the Yankees. Mike, on the John Pot.
Okay.
Is that these two things cannot happen with birds? Okay, all right. Birds are goddamn frauds. Because, first of all, one bird should not be able to ground a goddamn plane and then blow up.
And then another bird blows up, dude.
Yeah, well, what are we doing here, birds? Can we be a little consistent?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna ground planes, that's fine. Just have that as your
Was the bird that grounded the plane like a pterodactyl or something?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this the biggest bird of all time? Or is it not birds? Because birds I love the people on the internet who don't believe birds are real. I only have one thing that backs their theory is that I've never seen a bird drop out of the sky dead. Right?
Oh, dude, like in dark.
Yeah, they should just drop out of the sky, right? There's more of them than humans, and I've never seen one. And I bet you everybody you ask has never seen a bird just drop in front of you dead, ever.
Unless they're like a seasoned expert. Yeah, like a seasoned expert on birds.
I'm talking like freeways, Mike. You know, they're like, beware of deer. Dude, I'm beware of the birds. What if this dude drops on the
right? It just like hits it in the windshield.
And I think that's what happened on the plane. So, tying it all together on my mic drop is
yes.
I don't believe birds are real until I get some real evidence, because I know they're real.
I'm
starting to
question
because it can't happen.
Yeah, dude. So I didn't see you. Ended up there after being like, oh, okay. So very interesting. Now, the point that I would like to make about to tie this all together here with Randy Johnson is there may have been like faster pitches like clocked and thrown, but there can't be a faster pitch because the bird blew up. Okay, so like that's something that can't be recorded. That's priceless, bro.
Exploded, Mike.
Exploded.
Like blew up is like this is like adverbs and adjectives in front of it. That bird was. Did he even throw a strike at the end too? No, I'm just kidding.
It was annihilated. The only time I've been close to like ever like hitting a bird or something like that happening was I remember one time when I was a lot younger. I was out golfing, and as one does, and I was hitting a tee shot, and I hit the ball, and the hole that I was on, it was like the toughest par 4 on the golf course, and with like a real narrow fairway. So you're really trying to hit the fairway here. There's like no room for error. And then, you hit a fantastic tee shot, and then you look up. As you're looking up in your eyesight, you see a freaking bird, like a crow or something, just coming across the fairway. And I swear, the ball went the bird. It was like the ball went just behind the bird. It was bullet train for the bird. Bird just went past it.
So this was in the air, you're saying?
In the air, like roast the tee shot. It was like on the ascension. Okay, so this is like when, so we haven't reached the apex, but we're like it's like rocket ship status. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, we're getting up there. Oh, I feel it.
Yeah, so I almost took out a bird, but I'm glad I didn't. Because I don't want to hurt. And I don't want to hurt stuff.
Like, did I ever tell you I almost got bitten by an alligator in Florida when I played there because of where I shot the ball at the end, not the ascension, but like at the end.
Dude,
I'm trying to think of the end.
You could have ended up like Chubbs, dude. Oh, here's for a segue on these birds and stuff, dude. Have you checked out the new Mighty Ducks? Because, bro, the ducks, they flying together, bro. We're quacking, man. And I would love if we could talk about that, because honestly, I did not expect for that to be as good as it was.
So you watched the first episode. I've only watched the first episode. I don't know if another one was dropped.
I would assume one comes out tomorrow, so maybe it's good that we're talking about it. I have no idea.
But Mike, you know what? I'm glad that you brought it up because with the Mighty Ducks, you have to suspend belief, okay? Because the hockey in it is actually terrible if you're a hockey player. Like, it's not good. They're offsides every time they have the camera on it or whatever, but it's Disney, so we don't care.
Right.
And it's a feel-good story, man. Like,
very wholesome.
If you've ever been cut from a team, you know the feeling that this little kid is going through, and it's harsh, man. It sucks. And the mom from Gilmore Girls, she's awesome. Like, she's tremendous.
Yeah, that's where she's from.
Yeah, and then the coach that cut the kid is from Letterkenny.
Yep.
I love that show. I've been big on that.
Yep.
And then Emilio Estevez, Gordon Mulder, Bombay. That slick son of a bitch is still trying to bang every hockey kid's mom.
Well, dude, it was mad funny. Everything's going to be a callback as that show progresses. But the thing that was really funny is, you know, in like the original movies and stuff, they call him a cake eater. And then the first thing he's doing is eating old fucking cake in the ice rink. It's absolutely amazing. Great writing, I would say.
Like, I got to cut you off right there, only to tell you and all the viewers that is an unbelievable thing that Mike picked up from that. And that I know you're a true Mighty Duck fan because of that, my friend.
Hey, I got you, bro. Got you. But that everything. Go ahead. No. You go. I'm sorry. No, I was just super hyped about this shit.
If they bring back the Oreo line, though, that might be problematic. So let's leave it with the cake eater because that was the best line that Jesse ever threw out in the first one. Just call him Banks a cake eater. Oh my god, that was awesome.
Yeah, dude, it was great, man. I really like where that series is going. I thought it was cool how, you know, they tied in like kind of like modern sort of issues in like a lighthearted, funny type of way, but they really highlighted the fact that like some of this stuff with is real like over the top and like it's like really intense. And so I like where the trajectory of this show is going.
And I love that too. I love your point there. And the Ducks are the villains now. So like, let's just make a little, funny thing about that, right?
Oh yeah. Everything's a callback, dude. The woman, the mom, she's paralegal, bro.
Yeah.
And so I bet you, old Bombay is gonna show her some like legal tricks or something like that. Who knows?
Let me tell you something about Bombay. All right, and I think the people need to understand this about Gordon Bombay. Right? Because he's a fucking dog. Right? Like, he is in it for the kills, bro. Like, he's trying to get a body count up, all right? And all he does is coach great hockey teams and then sleep with the kids' moms. I mean, he's giving them a role model, but he's taking it away. He's like the really shitty stepdad who's, like, nice to you sometimes. I always think of Gordon Bombay when the Bruins were making their cup run, and they had those "What if this never happened" commercials for the Stanley Cup, and it was "What if Bombay never got a DUI?" Then we never know if the Ducks were good because that was his community service.
Yeah, dude, 100%, dude. I just dude, that whole first movie, when he puts the skates on and then goes and does like suicides on the ice. Oh my god, just so pumped up, bro.
All right,
damn it, I said it.
Yeah, I know you did.
Fine.
Impromptu top three. Okay.
Yes.
Of characters that will make a cameo from the original Mighty Ducks.
Go. Definitely Keenan. Well, no, Keenan probably not because of Nickelodeon, but I'm still gonna go with him.
No, Keenan wasn't in there. Goldberg? Goldberg's not
Keenan. No, in the second D2. Or did you want specifically the first one?
Tyler, that was his name when they played the street hockey, and he had the knuckle puck. Okay, I like what you're saying. Yeah, Keenan's popular. I think he's in. That's a great pick for the first fight. That's a great pick.
I don't know.
Because mine's Goldberg.
Okay, yeah, for sure. He's got to be in there.
And so who you got number two, real quick?
Let's see. Who was that? The dude like Alderman who did all the voices?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I feel like they'll get him because a lot of the show is about that other kid who's like really funny and that other girl who they were like announcing the game and stuff. So maybe they'll get him in there.
Yeah.
Because he does like a podcast, like
the red kid, the red hair kid. He had the curly hair. He was he sucked, but he was a team guy.
Right.
Glue. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Glue guy.
I gotta go Charlie Conway, obviously. He's got to make this step back. And the fact that he loves Bombay so much after banging his mom, I don't know, it's a weird dynamic. But also, that triple deep that he did, he was way too early. He wasn't even at the middle of the slide yet. But anyway, I digress. Number 3, Mike, who else do you think is coming back?
Okay. Let's see. Honorable mention, I'm going to go with Hall. So he was a beast, and he was very aggressive. I like that. But number 3, dark horse here. We're gonna go with that chick from Maine in the second one, where they go for the USA. Right, because I feel like she would be a good mentor for the other girls.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mike, I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna move goalposts a little bit. My number 3 includes a lot of people. Okay. It's the Bash Brothers.
Yeah.
And the little Asian kid, Timmy Woo.
Yeah, he was good.
And they already made a reference to that, like in the first one, where the guy can't stop the kid when he's skateboarding in the hallway.
Oh, that's true.
I think we might get a little Kenny Wu action there with the Bash Bros, Dean and Bolton.
Oh yeah, dude, I would love that. Oh, dude, how funny was when the kid from Canada who moved in like across the street just like couldn't skate.
I thought it was gonna be the new Banks.
That's what I thought too. He
was the best one on that ice. Though.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. You're right. He was like the rich kid with all the cool gear and then all. I thought it was gonna be good. Also, it sucks.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. There was very good jokes in that first episode.
So everybody should know that we're going to be talking about the Mighty Ducks for a while.
Oh, for sure.
As it goes on, this is wonderful. Mike, speaking of things we're going to talk about forever. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This league.
Heating up, baby.
Have you heard about this league, Mike?
Dude, I've been trying not to, but for some reason I live in Massachusetts and I'm watching the Celtics. But there is a lot of fun this league drama as well.
So I got a couple for you before we start hitting on our Celtics being terrible.
Okay, yeah, we don't even have. I'd rather not at all.
Right, yeah. So we'll leave until we get to 500. We don't get to talk about it. That's fair. Super teams, Blake Griffin. I loved his. Like, oh, you went to build a super team. He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. The last 2 years, the reporters have been saying I suck.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious, man. I love Blake, dude. That's so funny.
He's Blake of the year. Shout out Funny My Take. I mean, he's awesome, man. He's funny as hell. But LeBron and Andre Drummond, AD in LA, Mike, do you think that's the repeat?
Man, I think it's gonna be tough, honestly, this year. I feel like there's a lot of really good teams, especially in that Western Conference, like Utah and Phoenix, Denver. Like those are all good. Those are all teams that you don't think are gonna be there, but I think those teams could potentially slow down Los Angeles. But to me, LeBron is the X factor, but to me, like Anthony Davis is still the best overall player on that team.
Oh, absolutely, Mike. No argument here. I mean, LeBron's the guy if he does his body right, which he is, because he's a physical specimen. He knows what he's doing. The time management or whatever you call it, load management or whatever. Like he's doing it right. He's 36 years old. He's been playing forever. He knows what he's doing. He's going to be there in the playoffs, and even the last playoffs, man, he said, "No, we're going to get right. I'll get my body right to the playoffs, and we'll be fine." And you know what? I believe him. Because he was like, been to 10 straight finals. Like, this guy knows what he's doing. That guy's good.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. It's tough. The Western Conference by far is superior. Like every team in that, like you can make a case for. Like even the Pelicans are good. It's weird.
Bro, how about the Mavericks? I mean, they got arguably my MVP.
Oh my god. Okay, so I haven't done a podcast in a minute, and Doncic has been doing some crazy stuff. Dude, he had a pass like last week or something like that where it was basically shit that you could only do in a video game that he like personified in real life. Like he was literally shooting the basketball one way, but he passed it backwards. and it was the dopest thing I've ever seen in basketball.
And like, I saw that, and it reminded me of like Rondo throwing the ball but not throwing the ball, and you're like, what the hell just happened here?
Oh yeah, dude, the Rondo move.
I mean, it's unbelievable how good that guy is. It's unbelievable how good that guy is, because he doesn't look like a LeBron, man. He's not a physical specimen, but that dude just knows how to play basketball. Luka Doncic is who we're talking about.
Yeah, Luka.
And but I always get him and Jokic confused. Because Doncic, Jokic, like, they're both from Europe, like, you know what I mean? So, but he's been killing it, dude, for Denver.
Oh yeah, I mean they're gonna be right there too. And he can pass the ball for a big man and everything, and then spot up and shoot as well. Like,
dude, he had like a triple double the other day.
Yeah,
and it was more assists than rebounds. And you're like, wait, he's a big man. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's crazy how much like the game sort of has evolved in like our lifetime, you know.
Oh, speaking of, I just saw Steven Smith on the commercial getting the vaccine for the brains. I was watching, and Stephen A. God, I love him.
Dude, he's the best.
I mean, if you don't appreciate Stephen A., you didn't even Skip Bayless, dude. Like, you got to appreciate the greats, you know? And Shannon Sharp's getting up there, too. They're just outrageous.
Dude, pure entertainment.
It's wonderful. And you got the Jets that can't lose. You know, you can't lose in those shoes, Mike. But here's a team that you can't lose to, Mike. The Jets. Okay? 17-game season now. The Eagles are going to play the Jets. You can't lose in New York, there, pal.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about it in general. There's an extra game now in the regular season in the NFL. But also, before we step off of this league, John, there's more teams that get in the playoffs this year in the NBA.
Wait, what?
Yeah, more teams.
What do you mean?
I think there's like one extra team or like two extra teams, something like that.
Yeah, Mike, that means I got to watch the Celtics back into the playoffs and watch them.
Potentially. I just wanted to throw that in because huge wrench right there because the Celtics are terrible. And then they might get like the last seed or whatever because they've expanded. And then yeah. So
why do they do this to me, Mike? Why do Boston teams do this to me?
I don't know, but I saw a picture of Cam Newton with Steve Harvey the other day, and I thought that was great.
Oh God, I love Cam Newton.
Yeah, see, we're back.
Might be one of my favorite guys.
Yeah,
ever.
dude.
I'm so glad that we signed him again, and he deserves if anybody ever says to me he doesn't deserve a second contract for what he went through last season, I'd like to introduce a reality. Because
let me open this door for you. Here's the reality.
What do you play? A 1-1? I mean, he was making nothing last year, and he had COVID, 7-19, coming up to the GOAT, who ended up going on and winning a Super Bowl. I mean, and he handled everything with the most class and funny, and he wasn't trying. He was just himself. I love Cam Newton, man. That's the best jersey I've bought recently, for sure. And anybody can come fight me on that. I'll tell you my address.
I feel that. I feel that sentiment as well. So NFL, one extra game. Eagles play the Jets, Week 17. Eagles are like a shell of the franchise right now. But also the Jets are the Jets. The Jets, they play their best football in Week 17, John. You must remember this.
We've all heard of that too. And they'll probably forget that it's Week 18 and it's Week 17.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? They'll come out with some like crazy shit. But I do love that there's less of a preseason. I mean, they didn't expand the games. There's still the same amount of games if you count the preseason, but I don't need to watch the preseason, man. Just give me one extra game.
No,
towards the playoff push, right?
Yeah, I totally agree, dude. The preseason is almost like a liability in the games. Like the fringe type players, they just need reps, and like you can get those in like practice or scrimmages or something like that. So like instead of suscepting them to more injuries, I think they're probably just doing some more different analytics to evaluate these players now.
Now my question for you, Mike, here is okay. We need, or I should say, what do we need more of in a 17-game season? Okay, like do we need more playoff pushes? Because I have an answer, and I think we need ties. We need way more ties in the NFL.
Right.
If we're doing 17 games, and it's going to blow people's minds how
Yeah.
like 11-5 is not a thing anymore.
Right.
You know, it's like 11-6 doesn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, right. It's like 7-9 seasons, 8 games.
Right. Dude, for me, I'm telling you, the team I want to do is I want the Browns to have a tie this year. And I want them to win the division in the last game of the season. I need it, Mike. I just need it. And obviously the NFC piece.
Well, dude, to be honest, man, if you look at the top global sports, you know, they all have ties. And if we need the NFL to expand, they need to implement some more ties.
I need it to happen. I just need it to happen. Because the math blows people's minds. It's chaos. It's a half game, you know, or that only happens in like baseball when they don't play, or hockey, you know. But it is wildly awesome how cool ties are in football, just specifically football.
Yeah, dude. I mean, with some extra games, I feel like we had a lot of ties last year, so I feel like it's only going to happen. You know, ties might help the the better, and then, you know, these in the over under or something. I have no idea. You know, you get a little extra time. You know, you head over.
Yeah, and you might still not hit the spread, so your parlay loses. It's chaos. I love it. And it's what made the NFC Beast the NFC Beast last year with the Eagles, because they were just in it all the time because nobody wanted to win the division. But they had a tie, so they were like ahead of teams and behind teams. Oh my God.
Right, dude. It's gonna be the same thing. But the one thing that I do need to see for confidence in this Eagles team, and I feel like you need to see it too. Any fan, any football fan, I need to see your quarterback throw opposite way to the opposite side of the field. Okay, and like rolling out. If he can't make that throw, then he's absolutely garbage. Because that's what is popping off this year in all these draft pro days and stuff. So, John, what are your thoughts on that?
All right. So I hate that you brought up the Justin Fields thing, because or whatever his name is, right? Justin Fields.
Yeah. I mean, take your pick. Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson did the best so far, I guess. But that's the tough throw, I guess. Sorry.
It's the Patrick Mahomes throw, which apparently now the NFL has to go because of the way that their offense and defense are set up. That's fine. But I think we're making a lot about a little there. You know, like, okay, so we rolled out and shot, and, you know, took a shot down the field. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Dante Culpepper did that every time.
What a name to pull out, dude. Dante Culpepper, what a stud. With Randy Moss, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that had to happen.
Had to.
So, but I do get your point, though, and they have to be more mobile. Like, you can't have a Tom Brady now.
Yeah, but Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, so it's just like I don't know.
Well, he was just at a bachelor party with his friends, man. The whole year, he just brought his friends down to Tampa Bay. They just got a bachelor party. You know, it was fun. And Edelman got cut out. Nobody wanted to do his like that.
Pretty much, dude. You know what's like back, like it's never been better is like T-shirts with like random shit on it, like I saw a Red Sox player pull up with the Tom Brady picture from the boat party, you know. So, hey, dude, this is the time for, you know, random T-shirts. You know, get yours, make a statement, because everybody wants to on their T-shirt. No, just wears white tees anymore.
Like, if that fucking intern would get on his shit, you know, then we'd have some Coldest of Takes T-shirts. That's it. And like, one more thought I have about the draft and everything. Well, first of all, who do you think that the Eagles should draft overall? They have the most picks in the draft. So who do you think that they should draft right now? We're about a month away. Who do you want in any round or whatever? What do you think they're going to get?
Oh, dude, best player available. You know, that's what I want. I mean, we have the most picks, so that is the best. You know, that's good. Okay, we do like that. We like that. It seems like the front office is trying to build something for like the next couple of years, but they could really, you know, if the guys that they want to take go off the board, they could really panic and screw us over again. So that's what I fear. But to me, the best player in the draft that I'm just intrigued on where he's gonna go is Kyle Pitts. Because there's literally 1,000 teams that could potentially draft him. Najee Harris, think he's a fantastic talent. And then there's a few cornerbacks out there that are very good. And I think the Eagles' biggest glaring weakness is their secondary. They have nobody competes with these receivers in our secondary. Okay, like they get worked for the most part. Okay, like we got, and it's like what you were telling me over text is like, they need a Brian Dawkins like strong safety type of guy to really kind of maybe anchor down those cornerbacks.
Let's give Brian Dawkins this goddamn shot on this podcast, okay? Because he was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's the best, dude. That was probably the best, one of the best defensive players the Eagles have ever had, because they have Reggie White on their team.
Sure, it's tough. It's tough to compare to Reggie White, but you're right. No, Brian Dawkins is in the conversation because he was that good, and people don't know growing up because you couldn't throw over the middle if Dawkins is there. You could barely run up the middle if he's creeping up. You can't do it because he's gonna smash you. He's gonna take the ball. He's gonna intercept you. He's gonna pick up fumbles. That guy did everything. And so shout out him, and also another guy who did everything, Westbrook, Brian Westbrook. Can we put some shout out his name too?
Right.
What a guy.
What a guy, dude.
That team.
Dude.
He was always like your last pick in the fantasy draft with Madden. You were like, oh, he's still available. He's like they rate him like a 60, but I don't know how to use him.
Right.
To make him better. So shout out Brian Westbrook. What a name. But like we are facing your Cowgirls. The Pats are. You're
right.
On that week 18.
I think that's a huge matchup. If they don't go with Pat Patriot throwback and a 70s Dallas throwback, because I feel like that's the Super Bowl that the NFL probably wants right now. And if they had that in like 1972, like that would have been sick.
But you'd have to pick the 90s Cowboys versus the Tom Brady Patriots. And you pick a dynasty if you want, really. Which one do you want? You want the early one or do you want the old one? I would like the older one because that's more of a passing game versus Dallas's defensive game.
Right.
All right. Well, that's our co-host, Opal. She's
shout out, Opal. What's up?
She's just trying to go outside. She's saying her thoughts, though, about the Cowboys and Patriots. Cowgirls I have been called. But, Mike, I got one for the Pats that they need to draft. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Who do you like?
Ellinger, quarterback from Texans.
Okay.
And specifically because, obviously listeners know my girlfriend went to Texas. She's a big Texas fan. I don't really have a house football team because my team is actually the worst team.
So he would be like what round pick?
Oh, like the fourth or fifth round pick, right?
Well, that's like Belichick's time.
That's what I mean. And he does the same kind of offense that Cam Newton is going to be doing this year, but has a younger arm.
Right. Well, okay. So here's my question. Sorry. Do you think Trey Lance with like only like one game, like, do you think he's like worth that hype?
No. And same with Jimmy Garoppolo to me. I don't want him anymore. Like, I don't want him at all.
Okay.
They haven't played it.
Because I've seen Belichick and McDaniels on some sidelines, checking out some players, like looking stoic. But yeah, dude, I haven't heard that one. John, I feel like you might be on something there. Like that sounds like cryptic almost. So I like that.
Ernie Adams and I had a phone call the other day. So
you're an insider.
But like speaking of not having a college football team and college football teams, I got a good point for you right here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Follow me here.
Okay.
Follow me here.
I'm
so
right behind
you. UMass football and basketball need to be in the ACC.
Oh.
Here's why. You have a natural rivalry with BC. Okay. Best team in Massachusetts, right? That's always a thing. In Texas, they have like 9 teams that compete the best team.
Right. Right. Baylor is having a moment.
But UMass football sucks, and we've talked about it at length, and almost that's awful. But the men's and women's basketball teams, the A10, are better than the SEC teams that they have there for men's and women's. It would be an upgrade in basketball because you can't sell them on bringing UMass football. Come on now, you got to sell them on like the men's team is good, the women's team almost won the A10 this year. So
that's true. And plus, like a lot of their other sports are really good too. Like the women's soccer team was good this past year.
So and we're a hockey school. We'll get to that. But
right, exactly.
But my point my crux of my argument lies on one school that's in the SEC that should not be there. Vanderbilt. Okay? If Vanderbilt can be in the SEC, then UMass can be in the ACC. Okay?
Bro, dude, you should submit this in writing to like the chancellor at UMass. We'll sign a petition, get like 500 signatures, get it going.
I just don't know, and that because that's UMass's problem is they can't go into a football league because they're in the A-10 in basketball, and they have historically been a basketball school, so they don't want to give up being in the A-10 to go to like the MAC.
Right.
They have to play all the MAC.
So, what are some other ACC teams that we face in basketball?
So, I mean, we faced Clemson. They're not that great in basketball. They made the tournament, but they're not that great. They don't historically make a run. Florida would be tough. Florida State would be real tough. Dude,
that are those two teams that are you're just saying because like I'm just thinking Clemson football, Florida football and basketball, bro. Like if that seems sorry to say you, bro, again, but
you got it.
I think that would be. I think you're really onto something, John. I really do.
And here's the only reason I say that, though, Mike. Too, because in the football you'd be like, oh well, Clemson's going to annihilate UMass. Of course they are, dude. UMass played 4 games this year against 3 top 25 teams, and they played Notre Dame. They played Georgia Tech next year. They played Georgia the other year. I mean, they're trying to play the good teams.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Why not just throw them in the conference and let them get the shit kicked out?
I think that's great. I think they should do that because I think they could beat Georgia Tech. I really do. I kind of follow Georgia Tech a little bit, and their football program's like decent, but like they kind of get worked sometimes. So I think that would be a good game. I'd rather them play those teams than like USF or something.
Right. Because who cares, or like UConn or UMaine? Like, what are we doing here? You're not growing the program. You've got to go into a bigger conference, get the shit kicked out of you for a couple of years, and be better. Vanderbilt has been getting the shit kicked out of you for 35 years in each conference in football and basketball. So, you know what? I'm done with Vanderbilt. They can be in the SEC, and we get to be in the ACC. And then we get to beat BC one day a year. And then it wouldn't even affect hockey. Right, because the hockey is completely different. They're all different leagues. The SEC doesn't exist in the hockey. Right. The Hockey East, UMass is already in the best league. Right, exactly. So we're golden. Great segue, Mike. Because where's UMass going again? Oh, baby. The Frozen Four. Loved it. By the way, I told my girlfriend that the Final Four in hockey, because she doesn't know much about hockey, is called the Frozen Four, and she goes, that's the coolest name ever. Yeah, it's pretty sick, right? Dude. UMass back-to-back Frozen Fours. Mike, what do we got? We got a rematch against the team that beat us in the championship. I need your thoughts. Okay, they are very good. But also, we have Greg Carville, who is a G. Okay, like, since he has come to UMass, bro, man. What a team. I like our chances. Like, we had Kale and, like, dude. Only time I've ever loved Kale, Mike. I'll tell you that much. Kobe Baker, which is the Heisman of hockey. People don't remember that or realize that. And UMass is up there, man. BC didn't even make it to the Frozen Four anymore. Like, we are that dude now in the Hockey East. Right, and we got guys on our team that, like, pick each other up, like, that want to play for each other, you know? Lindbergh's been playing lights out lately. Dude, you got to write that out all the time, man. Mm-hmm. Shut out in the regional final? I mean, are you kidding me? Like, actually show up for me one time at Menju State or whatever the fuck you are. Like, get out of here. And dude, UMass is the only team in the Frozen Four not from Minnesota. Right. So we gotta show out for the rest of the country. Right. We gotta work it, right? You know, Minnesota is like one of the top tier hockey towns in America. And, you know, we're the little guys, but we're playing against the big dogs, and we compete. We've been doing it for years, dude. I like how aggressive the team plays. Like they play pretty sound on defense, but they play very aggressive. Like Trevigno, very aggressive. That kid is unbelievable. Mike, I got one for you too. You know what really grinds my gears? So, Family Guy reference here is that Bemidji's, like Minnesota State, Minnesota, those teams, they play in a conference called like the WCHA, all right, or whatever it is.
Right.
And that's like North Dakota plays there, Minnesota. It's a good hockey league. It's not great. It's the number 2 hockey league in college hockey for sure. But they have some really pretender teams in that, you know, like really bad teams. And Hockey East, 1 to 8 before you get to 8 to 12. 1 to 8 could make a run in the Hockey East Championship any day of the week. All right. Think of Maine, Paul Correa. Think of BU and everybody that's come out of BU. BC. You know, you're looking at Northeastern. I mean, these are good ass teams. Who do you know in the North Dakota and Minnesota? That's it.
Yeah.
So these guys get padded wins, Mike, and they just get kind of, you know, they just already are in their conference championship.
Well, it's the Canada factor, bro.
Yes. US had to work, bro, and they've done a phenomenal over there. I couldn't be happier, and especially I'm talking to the Mr. Chicken Tenders on the hockey games, man. You know, he's you're the more expert than I am.
Nah, that's not true. But I have become such a fan of hockey, and it is the best sport. I absolutely love watching hockey, especially UMass, man. They got something going. I know, like, you know, I'm sure if I lived somewhere else, I'd probably, you know, fall in love with that hockey team. But something about this UMass hockey team, man, I think it's everything Carvel's doing. I really like their lineup. I really like Chow, dude. I think he could make it to the NHL. I really do. I like their team a lot.
Yeah, I love the Polak dude who had the transfer from St. Lawrence who came over, the Breslik, whatever his name, or Whiskey, or whatever his name is. He's my last name. Like if they actually didn't change it at Ellis Island, I'd have a Z at the end of my name. That's very, very Polish. Fun fact for the people out there. I love the guy, and they just got guys that pick each other up, man. And not the problem with the team that made it to the finals with Kale was Kale's team. Like if he didn't perform, they weren't gonna be that good. Leonard was still young,
right? Yes.
Also, like, are the Delgazos, like, do they just produce like a million people of all time? Because I can't even keep track of who every Delgazo has been on the team.
Right, like they're nasty as well, dude. Oh man, shout out, UMass hockey, baby.
I got to talk to you about something because I'm gonna get hungry when you're off of here at some point soon. But Mike, speaking of hunger, the Masters, baby.
Okay, yeah, that's coming up, dude. That's next week. I feel like there's a lot of stuff we'll probably analyze maybe next week, but I think we're in store for a fun week. I kind of, you know, we'll solidify our bets, but I feel like we might be aligned maybe with some certain things. You know, we do love John Rahm. You know, Sergio Garcia, he's been playing up. Jordan Spieth, tearing it up.
Sergio.
I thought you said you liked Sergio.
No, I hate
I was saying Sergio for you.
No, I hate Sergio. Fuck Sergio.
Oh, okay. All right, not Sergio.
I'm coming around on Justin Thomas. That's
Justin Thomas could win. Speed need Speed to win for humanity.
How about Lee Westwood? Could he ever win? No.
Maybe. You never know. This could be the year. It could be a weird year. Who knows? But Dustin Johnson.
He's the Sergio Garcia of our new era. Because Sergio Garcia was always there, but he never won. Same with Lee Westwood. He's always in the top 5, but he never wins. He shits on his own hands every time in the last round.
Bro, it's tough to win, BJ Thor.
Yeah. So, Mike, Dustin Johnson, current winner, and tell the people what they do.
I don't know. What do they do?
No, night before the Masters, Mike, they have a little sit down.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The Masters. Yeah, dude. The Masters dinner, my man. Ooh. Yeah. So every year, the Masters champion gets to put together, you know, a dinner of their choosing, appetizer, you know, entree, sides, dessert. And Dustin Johnson might have just put together the most well-rounded meal I've ever seen at Augusta. I've seen some bombs and I've seen some fantastic stuff. John, what are your thoughts on this?
So, Mike, I'm gonna break it down actually because this dinner is so well put together for a couple of reasons that we need to talk about. First of all, appetizers, pigs in a blanket. I'm not even kidding. You're a man of the people. You're a man of the people.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't love pigs in a blanket? If you don't, well, you're a vegetarian, and that sucks. Because pigs in a blanket are wonderful. You have it at a Super Bowl party. You have it at a great appetite.
Right. And like I felt like right off the bat, we see Dustin Johnson keeping it real. Pigs in a blanket. He could have went shrimp cocktail. No.
Yes.
Pigs in a blanket.
That's right. So tell the people, hey, we're here for this is my dinner, and we're doing pigs in a blanket. And Paulina's going to be there as well.
See, the pigs in a blanket, though, I would imagine, he would have fantastic sauces there as well, like a plethora.
That Chipotle.
Some Chipotle aioli.
Chick-fil-A. I mean, Chick-fil-A sauce.
Some aioli on it.
And also, the other thing, if you don't like pigs in a blanket, you get lobster and corn fritters. I don't
Yes,
know what sound like, but it sounds awesome with lobster in it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That beats the pants off of a shrimp cocktail.
Just give me a little melted butter and marinade. First course, obviously, house salad or Caesar. I like the fact that he's placating towards the Italians. That's for you, pal.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I honestly like that he gave the option for the people. He's like, hey, if you don't want the C's, you get the house, bro. Yeah. Love it.
And
no complaints.
Now, Mike, we've talked about this before. We got to do the sides.
Yeah.
The sides are the best part of the meal.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you went with the mashed potatoes and spring vegetables. I mean, can you be more? And there's gravy there, of course. It's gonna be.
Yeah, dude. A nice vegetable medley with some mashed potatoes, and then we're coming up on the entree where everything's just gonna blend. But you don't even just get one entree; you get two. And oh, John, tell us what it is.
Oh, Mike, the main course is filet mignon.
Whew.
And Mike, if you don't like the filet mignon, again, if you're a vegetarian, we got the miso marinated sea bass, the steak of the sea, Mike. What do we got for sea bass here? And that, I mean, that's wonderful.
Well, dude, I gotta imagine that sea bass will taste really fresh. If they're using like a miso, if it's like a miso base, you know what I mean? And
I don't know what a miso is.
It's like miso soup that you get at like hibachi or something.
All right, I'm kind of out on that.
I don't know, dude. I feel like you would have to try it. I feel like Dustin Johnson must have had this before, did it for a reason. I would imagine, this is what I'm imagining when I saw this, was Dustin Johnson, out in Japan, trekking, hiking or something with like, some sort of, in the rain with a hood on, and he came across this like miso sea bass, and it was just phenomenal. So that's what I envisioned immediately upon reading that.
I like that a lot. I also could see him the other way, like he killed all the cows for the filet mignon himself. Like
100%.
He has the vibe for both ways, which is what I love about both ones. But because he got the pigs in the
that's why he's a true champion.
I'd have to try the miso. If he got the pigs in the blanket, he's already got me in. I gotta try.
Yeah, it's like he did. It seemed wicked strategic.
And you know why it's strategic, Mike? Because of dessert. Oh my God! Peach cobbler and apple pie. There was no option, Mike. You were getting peach cobbler and apple pie with a little side of vanilla ice cream. See,
that's the thing that I really enjoy, because a lot of menus, it might be this or that. He uses the word and. Yes. Wow. And that's what, again, the icing on top of the cake, the heating the out cake, because it knows that when you're in Georgia, you eat peach cobbler. If you don't, you're an asshole. Seriously. It's called the peach state. They call people who are nice there a Georgia peach. So why are you not going to try the cobbler, bro? Got to.
A little bit of apple pie on the side for you if you don't like it.
Some vanilla ice cream.
Everybody likes ice cream. That's true. Try to tell me you don't. By the way, we need to get to a ding dong cart, like a top 3 that you get for the ding dong cart. I don't know if you've done that already, but
I could do that right now. I was gonna ask you something, but I'd rather do some. I like talking about food, bro.
All right. When you go to a ding dong cart now, and ice cream cart for people who don't call it a ding dong cart, whatever. What is your number one? What are you going for?
Dude, number one is I'm gonna switch it up, but we're gonna go with a Goku face pop. I could have said anybody.
Okay. And by the way, these are not in any order because it depends on the day, but that is a strong top three.
Hell yeah.
Oh, right. And I'm going the same way I'm going with SpongeBob with the gummy eyes.
Right, yeah. I was either going to go him or SpongeBob.
Yeah, you got to have that base. Mike, this is where it really gets interesting. This is where people go different ways. This is the number 2 pick. That's on there, which is always there. But what do you got?
Number 2 pick is you can like buy them at the store now, so it's like tough, because we're adults. But you know those like little strawberry, crunch little bar thingy. It's like on a stick, but it's
we had them at St. Thomas.
Yeah, like absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's like strawberry shortcake. It's got a little crumbs on the outside, but the inside.
And it's on a stick, so your hand doesn't get dirty. Oh my god, sign me up.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going with the chip witch. The chocolate chip cookie.
Dang, that was gonna be my number 1.
Oh, because I'm going with different ones.
No, it's all good.
No, because Taco was the other one that I was going to go with.
Dang, you got bangers, kid.
That's all I do, man. I love the ice cream thing. Like, what do you got? What do you got for me? Another one.
Man,
now that I took a few.
Whew, man, what's available?
Oh man, I can tell you the rocket, the bomb pop is always available. That's in every.
Gotta go with.
That's a staple.
I would have to go with that. I was gonna go with like I don't want to go with the push-up pop. I feel like that's an honorable mention. Honorable mention type thing, dude. The chip wish was where my head was at, dude.
Now, and we'll get back to that real quick. But if you're going with quantity and quality, like you're gonna make this last for a while, you gotta go with the Italian ice with the wooden spoon.
Ooh, there you go. Any flavor, strawberry, lemon.
Yeah,
fantastic, bro.
They always had the lemon, but if they had the strawberry, you were like, oh yeah, I'm in it now. Mike, do you remember they weren't Dippin' Dots, but they were in a green container that was like a yogurt container. They were like little dots, but they were like kind of like pop rocked in your mouth. They were called like Zots or something like that. And I remember having it in the cave.
Like pop rocks in your mouth?
Yeah, it was like kind of like Dippin' Dots mixed with pop rocks.
Interesting.
Like it was a great thing. It was
right.
But those are like the honorable mentions that people remember. But man, what a great time the Ding Dong Party.
Yeah, because like they had options, like you're saying right there. Like if you didn't want like ice cream, like they had some options. Like if you were like 12 years old, like you could get like packs of fake cigarettes that like had gum in them, and like I'd get those, and it'd just be hilarious.
Just get a pack of Big League Chew, Mike, because you got a baseball game coming up soon, a little league game where you and I will play, Big Cat and John, the ones and twos, first and second, But you always have a Big League Chew there, and the great thing about that is Ding Dong Parts happen so that food trucks can run. They want so food trucks can run.
That's probably true, bro. That is a cold take, bro.
Is people don't appreciate and don't know, and like you had a time limit, bro. When you heard that sound, you're like, I got like 4 minutes to ask my parents for $2, and then I gotta run it and chase the damn thing because it doesn't slow down. Oh,
right. But if you had to chase it for a while, at least it had that song going, so you knew where it was at.
Oh man, and the only reason I bring this up is because I heard it come through my apartment complex the other day, and I was like, oh, that brings me back, man. And I still ran to find it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so dude, you got to do that, dude. I had a Choco Taco. It's like somewhat recently. Those things so good, bro. You get one that's like crisp.
Yeah. Now, I got one for you, Mike. That's not really an honorable mention, but just kind of a goat of things that people don't realize how good they are when it comes to ice cream. Just a regular ice cream sandwich, my man.
Yeah, pretty top notch.
You have a bad ice cream sandwich. You haven't.
No, I haven't.
You can have a bad Klondike bar, but you can never have a bad ice cream sandwich.
No, you can't, dude. Dude, here's one. So got this. This is like ice cream, but they're like in ball form, okay? And so it's like vanilla ice cream, and it's like mango like ice cream like around it. and it's called like mochi, like mochi,
Yes, I had that.
mochi.
Yes.
It's phenomenal, dude. Mango flavor, strawberry flavor. Though that I don't think you get that from the Ding Dong cart, but just like in general for an ice cream related thing, give those a shot in the store. I know you have, but just saying.
Like I remember going to work one day and somebody brought back those or mochi, whatever. I was like, what the hell is this? This is some California stupid shit, like that you guys do, because they do a lot of weird diets and shit around here. So I was like, all right, what is this? All right, and they were like, I looked at it and I was like, these are donuts. Like, these are munchkins, dude. Like, they're like, what is it? And they're like, no, it's cool on the inside. It's ice cream. I didn't believe them. I took one bite in. Oh, bro.
Yeah, wicked good.
They were wicked good.
Yeah.
So I got to give them a shine there as well. That's a great line. Wow, I didn't even think about that one.
Well, yeah, well, not in the Ding Dong cart, but I've been getting those a lot recently, and I really do enjoy those. John, this is not ice cream, but this is good in general. I don't know if you're familiar, but have you ever had dates before?
No.
No? Okay. So dates is like a foreign type of thing that is something like you hear and you're like, ew, I don't want to eat that. I'm telling you, bro, you go to the store, get some like dehydrated dates, or you can get them in different types of stuff. They give you dates are really good for it helps with like energy in the morning, but it gets rid of a lot of toxins, fungus, mold like that develops like in your body. So if you have some dates in the morning, it'll really keep you going on the incline for the rest of the day.
I appreciate it. I think of dates, I think of Roman people sitting around and feeding each other dates, or like Egyptian and Greece, like ancient worlds where they would just sit there and fan each other and eat grapes and dates and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think of when I think of it. Never actually had one. But Mike, I gotta say, vegetables and fruits marketing is some of the greatest marketing that's ever happened. Okay? Think about it. Because first of all, both of them suck.
Right, like dates is acquired taste, I guess. But I'm telling you,
No. I'm not saying dates suck. I'm saying like I don't like fruits and vegetables. I like vegetables more than fruits, but
but nobody's gonna go and willingly want to eat that stuff. So yeah, you're right. These marketing companies, they got a job to do.
Avocado, superfood. Bang! Everybody was like, I gotta have avocados. And first of all, the texture of avocados is trash. And it's literally like putting mashed potatoes in a burrito. Like, that's gross. I don't know why you guys do it, but anyway, think about kale. They were all like, kale's for your food, for your brain or whatever. And everybody's like, yeah, gotta have carrots, make your eyesight's better. Right?
Yo, that's fact. That is fact. I'm telling you.
I want you to go up to anybody who's listening, go up to somebody and ask them, what are antioxidants? Nobody knows. I told you they were good. And everybody's like, nope, I'm down.
Dude, carrots are good, man.
Oh, carrots rule, dude. I eat those with ranch dressing on. I gotta have ranch and everything or dressing on it if I'm eating them. I can't do them any of them.
Well, you can prepare them differently. You might feel different if if you don't have them with ranch.
You're saying I might like them better or worse?
Well, probably at first you might not like them as much because ranch obviously will make it better. But dude, there's other stuff that you could You could prepare it different ways. You cook it in a pan. You dip it in something else. Dude, dip it in some hummus or something.
Well, see, there's another one. Hummus all of a sudden got their shine. And
that is.
You know who was wicked late to the game, but did it in kind of a nefarious way and kind of.
Ooh, like that word right there.
I love nefarious. I use it all the time. Everybody uses it. It's great. Is pickle bats, pickle juice, hangover cures. All of a sudden, dude, I love pickles. I've always loved the pickle on the side of the sandwich when you get at the deli. I love that.
Love it.
But picklebacks, dude. So you're gonna drink some whiskey? Yeah, you just take a shot of a little pickle juice. You got some vinegar in it. It'll clean me out. You know, like when you were trying to pass a drug test growing up and you had to drink the whole thing of vinegar to get the weed out of your system. Anybody? No? Good dealer?
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, but that is it soaks up the alcohol. But I love that pickleback came in the game late. And, cucumbers, slice them up, put a little salt on it. That's a nice thing.
Ooh, fire right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, here's the thing that, any snack that you might have had when you were like 5 years old, guaranteed that snack still rocks today. Cucumbers, sprinkle of salt on it, fire.
Ants on a log. Apples with peanut butter. Are you kidding? I mean, they were just wonderful in the vegetable marketing department. Like, those guys must be killing it right now because they convinced us that this shitty food was good and good for you. And if you ate one, you're just a better person. And then you could tell people, like, oh, I ate a bunch of vegetables, they're great.
Yeah.
And I'm not like shitting on like vegan or vegetarian people like at all. I'm just saying like it's wonderful how great they do. And dude, half your Thanksgiving meal or most of it is vegan or vegetarian, and they snuck that shit in, dude, under our necks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They made potatoes move people from an entire country, and people were like, "Well, it's not
they had potato war."
And then we also it's that shit to Idaho because we want potatoes right.
That's true. Dude, I'm so glad you brought this up though, because the carrot thing is definitely real. I definitely might believe that conspiracy because I did not have carrots in a long time. I wasn't smashing out carrots like all the time. Wasn't something that was like regularly in my diet. But the other week I had, and I no joke, I felt different afterwards. So something might be cooking there.
I'm telling you, man, it makes your eyesight better. That's what I've been told my entire life is that carrots make your eyesight better. They do. And I don't know why. I had perfect eyesight. I didn't need to eat a bunch of carrots. I have perfect eyesight still. I mean, I can't see colors very well, but, we're in perfect 2020 if we're looking at it that way. But they were like, oh, no, you're going to be like 20/50 with carrots. And I was like, I don't even know how the scale works, but a higher number sounds better or I'll be playing golf. I don't know. It sounds good. All right, higher, I'll take the carrots. But your parents sold you on some of the silliest things like that. And, yeah, I was fucked up. Yeah. I mean, and people need to realize that this is what they're doing with avocados, right? Like, people need to understand that the avocados are a shit vegetable.
Dude.
Whatever the fuck they are. No, dude, they're terrible.
No.
The only way they get good is if you put other vegetables in it and make a dip and bring in another chip on it and make it good. It is such a shit food, dude.
Well, yeah, it's not a food to eat by itself, but like you get a little chip in there, a little toast, get a little a little sliver of bacon in there, maybe. Oh my god, that's like a delicacy.
Big avocado and big Tostitos are in cahoots. I'm telling you.
For sure.
They're in cahoots.
Little diced tomato, cilantro, onion with the guac. Get that mixed together. A little piece of bacon, a little piece of chicken. That thing slaps.
Like, I can tell you right now, avocados from Mexico. Like, that's a great line, dude. Oh my god, wonderful. Terrible food, but wonderful marketing.
What's your favorite jingle?
I don't know if it's a jingle as much as it is. It's my money and I want it now. I remember hearing that all the time growing up.
Yeah, dude.
Or Cars for Kids. Oh, god damn it, that jingle killed me. I hated it, but I heard it all the time.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's your money. Get more for it here.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Arby's. We have the meats right now. I think every time I hear that, it cracks me up. And it'll be like for a codfish fillet because it's and it'll still be Arby's. We have the meats, but we have this fish option.
I'm loving it. I was loving it. Or BK, have it your way. You
At one time.
have it your fucking way at the BK Lounge. It's a shout out to Coach Joe for all our older people.
Well, so here's a question. Here's a sidebar question. If Chad Ochocinco, McDonald's every day, if you did that, do you think do you think that's real? McDonald's every day, every single meal? Do you think
like this?
How do you think you'd feel?
Like if they did it like Supersize Me?
No, if you did it, maybe not like Supersize Me, because I feel like he was doing it to expose, some of the fattier type things. You do it the Ocho Cinco way, where you get like a McDonald's breakfast, you get like McDonald's salad at lunchtime or something, and you just like go ham on a Big Mac at dinner time or something. I don't know.
So I got a theory on this, Mike, and hear me out, all right?
Yeah.
What you need to do is, you're skipping breakfast, but you're going there to get a coffee, because McDonald's coffee is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
If you like coffee, I'm not a big coffee guy, but I've heard good stuff, and it's cheap. It's like the sodas, you get it for like $1. And if they brought back those parfaits were actually fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big yogurt guy. But you put the granola in, and then again the berries. I'm feeling healthy.
Ooh,
but
true.
You gotta skip the real food. Don't get a McMuffin or something today. It's gonna ruin your day. It's just absolutely gonna ruin your goddamn day. I mean, that's why I get the.
You don't want to spend your day in the bathroom.
Right. I get the bacon, egg, and cheese on the light fluffy croissant from Dunkin' Donuts, and we move on, all right? But I'm not getting an egg McMuffin over there, all right? Jesus Christ. But then you go for the Big Mac and the fries at lunch, like, because now you're hungry.
Yeah.
You're kind of feeling like shit because all you did was drink soda and Big Mac and coffee and shit all day. But at the night, you get a nice little salad with a little chicken on it, all right? That's healthy. Okay, and you grab yourself a water. Well, actually, it's Sprite, because it's McDonald's Sprite.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about McDonald's beverages is that you are 10 times cooler if you're showing up to basketball practice with your McDonald's Powerade and McDonald's cup as opposed to everybody else with a Gatorade bottle. You couldn't maybe with anything in life you show up with the McDonald's drink.
Well, the best part about fast food, like in that respect, and I love that you said that, because you show up to practice, but you got the Powerade and McDonald's stuff, but everybody on your team knows that you did McDonald's on the way over there. Okay, this is what you got. This is what you got left. So your entire performance now is he gonna puke or is he gonna drop 53?
Yeah, dude, exactly, and that's why the Ocho Cinco thing kind of holds up, dude.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like where this goes. It's like when you come to school with a Dunkin' cup, like a big, large Dunkin' cup in the morning.
Right.
You're coming with that, and they're like, is he hungover or is he about to fucking kill it in algebra class right now?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
It's wonderful.
It's 6:45 in the morning on the coldest day of the year, and he's got an iced coffee. What flavor is it? Oh, it's French vanilla.
Yeah.
Test.
Is there booze in there? Maybe? I don't even know.
We might not know, but all we do know is he has an exam first period, and he looks ready to go.
Gotta do it, dude. My senior year, I had AP calculus and then French 4 every single day, first thing in the morning. And when I showed up with a coffee, people were like, "Oh, John means business today." If I showed up with munchkin, people were like, "Oh, he's trying to bribe the teacher."
Every day was different.
Dude, Madame Dubois did not fall from my shit when I came in with munchkin. She was like, "Oh, John, you did not study." I was like, "Yep, you're goddamn right." I'll sit in the back, take my seat. All right, we're out of here.
Dude.
That's just funny part about it. Mike, I gotta get out of here.
For sure.
I want to leave you with something. A riddle.
Ooh, tidbit.
Okay.
Or a riddle?
A riddle.
Fire.
A riddle.
Let's go.
Okay. I was. You ever played the States and Capitals game with people?
Yeah.
See how many states you name, see how many capitals, all that stuff, your time and all that. Okay.
Yeah, tough to do.
I was playing that game today with my girlfriend, and we were just joking around about how we didn't time it or anything.
Did you have a map in front of you, or you just do it out of your head?
No, we were just talking about it.
Oh wow, that's even tougher.
How many do you think Yeah, like how many do you think you name off the top? Like I could name all 50 if I had a nap in front of you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I could probably name about 35 capitals off the top.
You're a beast.
But Mike, there is one state and capital, okay, that do not share a letter. Like Boston, Massachusetts, share an S. Austin, Texas, share an S. Florida, Tallahassee. Think about it, man. They share an A.
Oh,
Georgia, Atlanta share an A. You see what I'm saying? Like, there is one state that the capital and the state do not have any letters in common. No, why?
Is it Montana?
You're close.
It's
Montana's Helena, I believe. And I
think
that's it.
That's not what that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Then I screwed it up. I got 49 at 50 states.
No, but it's up there though. You're right.
Ooh, is it freaking Juneau?
No, Alaska, Juneau, the show now. And other letters, I believe, maybe. Juneau and Alaska. No, it's up there, though.
Alaska's Anchorage. Jeez. What am I doing?
Is it Anchorage and not Juneau? Shit. All right. I got that one wrong
there. Yeah. Is it Wisconsin?
Well, you're close. You're close. Go a little west.
North Dakota?
You gotta go a little below. I think there's two of them.
Oh, it's South Dakota?
South Dakota, and their capital is Pierre. They share 0 letters.
Which capital is Bismarck?
North Dakota.
Bismarck. No, damn. So is that really the only one?
That's the only one, man.
Damn, that is a fun fact.
And you know what? Some guy came through my line when I was working at Big Live when I was, bagger of the year. Not a big deal. I've been for about a billion times.
Yo, okay. Side question. When you go to the supermarket, do you ever flex on the bagger and just like, hey, bro, I was in the paper bagger of the year?
No, I tell them how to bag it. And I'm like, you're doing it. No, I'm like, put the boxes on the side and put that stuff in the middle.
Do you know when you take your groceries out, do you like set them up so the bagger's in good standing, or you try to set him up so he like has trouble and you see what he's got?
Well, I'll watch his bag.
Yeah.
I'll see what they're doing. And then I'll be like, you know what? I think there's somebody over there that might need more help. I got this. Don't worry about it.
I like that. I like that initiative out of you. Mm-hmm. You gotta represent.
I can do my bagging. I can put my card away. Like, I'm not a bad person. I just fall for
You just walk up there and you're like, hey, man, I'm a living legend. I'll do this.
I quite am in the western Massachusetts, Hamden County, super small district.
I'm pretty sure, you walk into the Big Y in Western Mass, you'd be recognized. I feel,
I would love to, but I've seen no royalties. So, I'm very upset about it. They used my picture again 10 years later about like them getting rid of plastic bags during a pandemic. And nobody called me. Nobody asked me. I probably signed my rights away when I was like 16 doing it because I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, Mike, I gotta let you go. Mike, where are we found for the next time for the people?
All right. We are found wherever podcasts can be listened to. John, thank you so much for listening or for joining us tonight. And thank you to the listeners for checking us out, listening to the pod. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Coldest of Takes, available Apple, Spotify, wherever. John, tell people where your handle is at.
John J. on Twitter, John Wick on Instagram, or Johnny Wick on Instagram. You can follow Coldest of Takes on every platform. Shout out to our super producer, Mike. He puts together all this stuff for our viewers.
Yeah, dude.
For all
Thank you.
To us.
I can't believe we didn't talk about college basketball tonight.
No, we don't even have to get there yet because food takes over, and everybody knows the way to a person's heart is through their belly. So I'll leave you guys with that. All right?
Hey, baby. All right, so we'll enjoy we hope you enjoyed tonight. Be ready for the next one, John. I had a blast, man.
I had it. Loved it. Can't wait for it. I got UCLA and UConn on the women's and the men's. That's it. That's what I'm going.
All right, man. We'll be on the lookout.
Because Gonzaga's are frauds and they've lost me so much money in my life picking them to win. So I hate them and I hope they lose.
All right. Well, you heard it here first on the Coldest of Takes. And we'll check back next week. We got Masters Take, NCAA tournament. Thank you. And peace.
Peace.